So London to New York, 90 minutes flying. That's the ambition, and that you think can be achieved over what time frame and with what types of innovations do we need to see?
Well, to get across that distance in that time frame, you need to be going at hypersonic speed, so beyond supersonic. And that's the real challenge. It's a completely different threat domain with a huge number of additional technology challenges, but the direction of travel is towards hypersonic flight, and we're a key part of that journey with the technology we developed in reaction engines that enables you to get through the heat barrier, which is the real obstacle to going beyond supersonic.
The heat barrier, meaning what? Can you explain?
Yeah, sure. So as you go faster and faster through the air, the air gets hotter and hotter. So at 5 times the speed of sound, it's 1,000 degrees centigrade before you even attempt to do anything with it, like push it through an engine. So if you did try and push it through an engine, it would actually melt the engine. So you have to cool that down to more manageable temperatures. We have a technology that enables you to do that cooling job instantaneously in large quantities, near megawatts of cooling, heat transfer, and that really is a breakthrough technology.
How fast can you get to Australia?
Australia in 4 hours. That would be the dream. I think anywhere in the world in 4 hours would be the ultimate objective. And I think we will see it one day. But you asked about when, and that really is the key question. We've been researching hypersonic flight for 70 years, the industry, not us as a company. We're relatively new to the scene, but there's definitely momentum behind it now, and companies like Boeing leading the way in terms of technology demonstration and wanting to be first to market with a solution for that problem.
Boeing, of course, being one of your main investors. So tell us about what you're doing with them, and perhaps also talk about some of the other investors you have on board.
Yeah, sure. So it was a really big day for me when Boeing decided to invest in reaction engines last year. It was the world's largest aerospace and defence corporation. I mean, what's not to like about that? But also it was important that it came through their Horizon X Ventures group. So they saw the potential in the technology, in the company, and the leadership of the company, not just for Boeing applications, but where we could take that technology globally to enable us to be successful in the marketplace. And that spirit and I guess that attitude was very important for us as a business. Other investors, we also have Rolls-Royce on board, an engine company. My old company, I spent 22 years with Rolls-Royce, but it was no mean feat to get them over the line. And BAE Systems, who actually invested in 2015 and took a 20% share of the business in 2015. Very bold move at that point in time.
So I know it's an unfair question in some respects, but when do you think you'll be, when will that type of speed be actually attainable? When will we be flying to New York or Australia in the times you're discussing?
What you'll see in terms of progressive increased speed of air travel, because actually air travel over decades has actually the average speed has actually dropped because we've been pushing the efficiency button really hard. So you'll see the emergence and the rise of supersonic business jets in the next decade, and you'll see a trend towards hypersonic in the following decade. So we're actually going to be talking about the 2030s before anyone will be able to go to Australia in 4 hours, but that is the path we're treading.
So you must have some patient investors, but in the meantime, in the coming years, how are you going to start making your first revenues?
Yes, we have some really loyal and patient investors, both in terms of strategics and big financial institutions and some of our private investors. But it's really important to me that I put something back into them in the near term. So we have a great technology portfolio, 100% own our IP. It's highly adaptable for multiple sectors, from motorsport to energy to wider aerospace, land and sea also. So I'm looking to monetize the technology within the next year.
Okay. And with applications outside aerospace or within aerospace?
Yeah, applications outside aerospace. So almost certainly our first application will be in the Formula One sector. So watch that space.
Thank you very much.
Or watch that grid.
Right.